She existed without illusions. All social conventions, laws, duties, and habits were ingrained in her like an actor reciting lines. One more day, one more lie, but tonight she couldn't stop thinking about the dream. Sarah was raised in the upper echelons of New York society. Her parents, the Vanderbilts, though not of the original bloodline, had done well. They owned large homes in Manhattan and the Hamptons. Her father was a broker and her mother was a patron of the arts. The name Sarah Vanderbilt was a passport to any party, any event. Men greeted her with open arms, ready to welcome her into theirs. Money was never a problem. Credit cards were passed around like calling cards. She was used to the best hotels, the best schools, the best parties. She even had the best therapist. She paid Dr. Marcus handsomely to help her cope with what she called her problems. But it was her marriage that plagued her. She had loved Eric passionately when she married him. He was everything she had ever wanted in a man, dashing and ambitious. He had swept her off her feet and married her young. Soon after, they had moved into this luxury apartment, but now she found herself only wanting to escape his arms. Lately, their sex life had become a battleground. If she resisted, he would accuse her of being frigid. And if she gave in, she would hate herself. She had no real passion for him anymore, but she did have terror. Terror of losing what she had known all her life. One night, while going through Eric's belongings, she found pictures of a very young, very thin woman on his phone. The photos were taken in a studio, and the girl was posing provocatively. She knew that girl. It was Juliet, Eric's personal assistant, who often accompanied them to dinner parties and social events. Was Eric having an affair with her? The question burned through Sarah and settled in her gut like a stone. She questioned Eric, and he said Juliet must have sent the photos by mistake. Sarah didn't believe him, but she had no proof. Was she imagining things? She asked Dr. Marcus. That question hung between them. We live in a post-sexually egalitarian society, Dr. Marcus said, and then added, but you ask a valid question. Then he prescribed her Prozac. And so she lived in her gilded cage, watching Eric and his ghost, Juliet, dancing in her dreams. She hated that she felt so helpless. She longed for action, for a way out, for a solution, but couldn't come up with any. There were no answers, only the hollow feeling inside her. Then one day she found a book. Its title stopped her dead. Audrey, Plain Jane. By Plain Jane, she meant herself. She devoured the book. When she finished it, she felt empowered. She laughed. That night, she went out. First, she had to clean house. She started by ripping up the carpets. They were too big for the rooms, and she wanted smaller ones. Smaller ones like the ones in the book. And she cleaned out her closet. Too many clothes, too much jewelry. She found a black dress and a pair of high heels. She tried them on. Not bad, she thought. The dress wasn't tight enough, but it would do. Later that night, Eric came home from a business dinner and walked in on Sarah. He stopped short. His eyes fell to the dress on the floor, and he began to speak, but she raised her hand, silencing him. "You aren't the boss of me anymore," she said. For a moment, confusion clouded his face, and he looked at her as if seeing her for the first time. "Who are you?" he asked. She smiled.